Hey, this is Rick with Classic Truck Rescue. I've been watching this 56 Chevy Napco four-wheel drive on the internet for about a month now. It started out at $4,500, and I've been watching the price go down and down and down. And the price is now down so low, it's lower than what I called the guy up a month ago and offered him for it. So I ran over here, got all my gear loaded up, hooked up the trailer. My buddy Steve's coming over. We're gonna jet up to Washington and see if we can lock this thing in. Because there comes a point where the price gets so low on a truck that's so rare that just any average Joe's just gonna run and get it. And I did have a customer 2 days ago ask me for this specific kind of truck. So got a few things to do. Steve's on his way over. We're gonna jump in this thing, hit the highway, and hopefully go lock this thing in. Because there just comes a time when it's time to pounce. Plus, I haven't been out on the road getting a truck for a while, and I gotta scratch that itch a little bit. Everything here is a priority, but these deals don't come along very often. When they do, it's the guy with the fastest truck and trailer and the cash in his pocket that gets the truck. Classic Truck Rescue. Steve and I getting ready to pull off the freeway up here. I just have to add a disclaimer. This is not some cherry truck that we're going to get. It's rusty. I'm assuming the cab, fenders, floors, all of it's pretty rusty. The reason I'm going after it is it's a Napco four-wheel drive. They're getting harder to find. It's a 56 Chevy, originally a V8 truck, and most Napcos were 6-cylinder trucks. It's got the big window. I'm not expecting deluxe cab or anything like that, but it is a V8 truck. It's still got its V8 hood emblem and V8 fender emblems. So when I go through this, it's going to have a lot of issues on it that would normally cause me to pass on a truck. But like I said, the Napcos are getting hard to get, and a 56 Chevy V8 Napco big window truck is getting real scarce. And I did just have a customer contact me a few days ago specifically requesting a 56 Chevy Napco four-wheel drive. And it takes money to build a classic truck ranch. Wasn't planning on putting in 100+ loads of rock on the property and replacing every appliance in my RV and having to remodel my RV. So I think it's justifiable for me to come pick this thing up, turn around, possibly sell it, and sell a restoration job along with it, where I can have work in the shop that I'm trying to build and get money up for. So when we get up there, it's going to be rough, but I'm probably going to end up getting it no matter what. The guy had it listed for about twice as much as I'm getting it for. I made him an offer about 2 weeks ago on it that was for more than I'm getting it for, and he should have took that, but he didn't. So now he's got to sell it at the price that it's advertised for. Actually a little bit less than that. Might be buying some bucket seats for a 68 GTO from him too. But this is our exit. We'll be back when we pull up. And thanks to Steve for driving. Thanks, Steve.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, we had a pretty good day. We stopped by and got some parts for Steve's truck. So his truck's going to be all squared away this weekend. And we got lucky. Semi caught fire just as we were going past it on the interstate bridge. And we did notice that the bridge was closed down on as we were coming back through from getting Steve's parts, and there was no traffic heading north because they were all stuck behind the burnt truck. Hope everybody's okay, and we'll be back in a minute. Thank you. So 56 Chevy Napco, and you got a clear title for it, right? Well, first thing you want to check on any does it open? Yeah. Any V8 truck. And this has it right here on the VIN tag. You got the V, that's for V8. Another, what?
Wood on that trailer.
Anna, come on. Come on. I'm sorry about that. I'll put her away. I apologize. Yeah, you're just going to have to chill out for a minute. Go lay down. Go lay down. So it is a V8 truck. Then a good indicator of a Napco four-wheel drive is the weight. There'll be a body tag too inside the driver's side door panel, and this says 6,900 pounds. Normally on a regular pickup, the weight on that will be a lot less. This is 3/4 ton.
Yep.
It's got 2 levers coming up through the floor.
It's a 6-speed. It's 4-speed. Actually, it's a 3-speed with compound, low and high.
Let me see that. It is rusty. It's very rusty, but I knew that before I came up here. There's a transfer case. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. Okay.
Originally a fire truck.
It was a fire truck?
Fire station owned it.
Do you know what fire station?
That I do.
No? How long have you had it, Al?
Couple months.
Yeah? Okay, well, this is encouraging because I have another Napco that's got the same setup in it, and I hadn't seen that before. But the other one's a 55, and those sticks do go in the right spots. The way to tell, though, is to look for the Napco tag, which this has right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a Napco drivetrain. Another thing you want to look for when checking for a Napco, oh, it's got one incorrect cap on it. The caps that go up on top of the, ooh, this has got a driver's side pumpkin on it. My Napco guys will have to weigh in on this, but I am seeing Napco equipment. At the risk of sounding like an idiot, I think that the ones, most of them have the pumpkin over there, and this one's got it over here. I'll check into that because one guy told me that those are really rare. It does have the V8 cross member in it, so it's probably an original V8 truck. Got the correct. I don't know about those lip blocks right there. I'll check on that too. Dual exhaust. No, that's not factory. I don't think so anyway. Cab shot. Definitely. Well, yeah, the cab shot. Alright. Got the correct starter and stuff on it. Oil breather tube. I'm hoping this is the original V8 engine in this thing. Does have Napco running gear. Right. Yeah, the cab's toast on this thing. Alright. Here's an Napco. So you've had it about a month?
Couple of months.
Do you know anything about the history on it?
All I know, a fire station owned the truck. That's why it's got high and low. Because I guess city or whatever called city, governments, whatever it was ordered that way. Because I know a lot of Napcos didn't come with basically 2 speeds.
Yeah, I know most of the 3/4 tons and 1 tons are geared where you can't drive them down the highway at all. So that might actually
it's
be
very, very
Yeah.
super rare. Because it's basically, it's got 3-speed with compound low and 3-speed with compound high.
Yeah.
But that I do know is very super rare. But
Yeah,
the fire
cab's
station,
toast.
which fire station owned it, I do not have the clue. The
Okay.
truck was originally red or reddish orange, whatever you
Oh, it
want to call
was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, it sat someplace not nice for a long time, didn't it? That's a shame.
It's a very shame. My plans was
Probably a coastal truck.
Your plans were what?
to restore it to its glory, but
Yeah.
to me,
City of Olympia. There you go. Oh,
yeah, but that's 1975.
yeah.
Yeah. Wonder if it belonged to the Olympia Fire Department. Okay, well, it's got a spare tire rack.
That's very, very rare. You can't find those no more. You can't even buy that.
The rack.
Well, they're getting hard to find.
I heard you can't even buy it or find it.
Well, if anyone wants one, give me a call. 'Cause I've got a few.
But that's what I heard. You know?
They are getting hard to find. I'm kind of weird, though, because I have a lot of these.
Last time this was on the road was
My business
'93.
is called Classic Truck Rescue, Al.
Okay.
That's what I
okay.
do.
Alrighty.
I find these guys.
I'm glad it's going somebody that can.
Well, it won't go sit in the field and rot. When I buy these things, either I keep them for myself and fix them up, or I find the guy that wants that truck. And like on this truck, if I found somebody that wanted it, I would take the cab off. I'd put a good cab on it. I'd give him all the sheet metal that he needs, every part that he needs, basically, to restore it.
Golf balls and the bed rails.
You know, they told me it's anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000.
We're a long ways between that on
Yeah.
this truck. Yeah, the bed sides are bad too.
Yeah, the rails. The rails are gone.
The grill's in good shape.
These fenders here.
Yeah, I also heard that the big back window was an option for this truck.
It was.
Usually came small back windows.
Yes.
And I know that's rare too.
Yeah, it is. The problem is that if it's rusted out around the window, you kind of delete
The
that.
back of the window is not, but the front of the windshield is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rotted out
It is
around the
rotted.
window too. Yeah. But you know, I'm not trying to beat the truck up.
No, I thought it wasn't rotted. I didn't even know if that's the original bench chair in that truck, to tell you the truth. I never pulled off the cover to find out if it's the original bench.
It is the correct original type seat. I can tell you that.
I
right
didn't even
now.
knew this was a. Wow, I never even knew that. Might be.
Yeah, it's the original seat. These door bottoms. The fenders are good on the front and around the brows and stuff. Grill looks good. Splash pan's been cut into. I don't know why, but I've got some of those. Grill is in decent shape. So is the upper grill panel. And like I said, around the headlight hoods
The brows.
and stuff like that seems to be in good shape. This is a correct original V8 hood emblem. And these are correct for 1956 fender emblems and V8 fender emblems.
I don't know what about these, huh?
Yeah, I've been playing with them for a while. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
don't wanna
destroy the hinges though. Boy, I wish I had a can of WD-40 handy to hit those with.
See, if we'd have brought my truck, mine was healthy, we'd have had it.
Yeah.
Did they came 261s or 265?
265 in 1955 and 56. 1957 was the first year for the 283. And in the cars, it was the first engine ever to develop 1 horsepower per cubic inch. And I believe it was either the fuel injected one or the power pack one that had 283 horsepower for 283 cubic inches.
Because I heard it was a 261 engine, then a.
That's a Buick made the 261, I believe.
Yeah, 261.
Yeah. But that's a 265 right there. And
I never try to turn the motor by hand or nothing.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the
timing cover and water pump
is off it, so it's
harmonic balance. It's probably not going to
Toast.
turn over. That doesn't mean it can't be. It's not rebuildable, and
Yeah.
it doesn't mean the heads can't be redone. But everything is correct and original under there, and I can tell that it was a V8 truck. So,
Still has a V8 in it.
yeah. And this is the correct. This would be the correct
Front end.
front end for this. Let me see that for a second. Let's get the Napco 3600 front axle. So I'm good on that. I don't know that those are the correct spring perch caps. Or not. Does it roll?
Yeah.
None of the wheels are locked up?
The front wheels, I had to take the brakes off.
You had to take the brakes off. Did you save that stuff?
The shoe pads?
Yeah. What else did you take off the front? Are the drums still on there?
Yeah, the drums are still.
Okay.
I don't think this was cut. I think
this
the
is-
table ripped it. Look at that.
That could be. This is also an indication that it's an original V8 truck. Is this splash pan that connects to the lower grill mount, and it fills up the space between the radiator and the
Channel airflow.
engine, because the 6 cylinders were actually a lot longer. So you always want to look for that extra added on splash pan. And another indicator for an original V8 truck is this additional piece of metal right here. On a normal, on a 6-cylinder truck, this is your hood latch panel, and then the radiator would be directly behind it. On V8 trucks, they added this piece of tin all the way across the top because the radiator core support, which is back here, was mounted further back to be closer to the engine. Like I said, the 6 cylinders were longer, the V8s were shorter. So it is a V8 truck according to the VIN tag, the emblems, the engine cross member, and the splash pans. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, Al. Appreciate it. We'll get you my. Oh, I do need to check the title. Just want to make sure that VIN number on the title matches this tag number. If it does, we're golden, because you don't find V8 vehicles very often. Like I said, I know it's rough. I knew it was rough before I got here.
Most of the glass is good. Just
When I'm paying for it, I see more than that in parts right now. But
Yeah.
it would be a shame to take this apart. But like I said, I know it's rusty, but it's just work. And this is complete. It's very original, and they're not getting any easier to find. And this is what we do. Classic truck rescue. Why let this get parted out? The guys dropped the price down to where it's almost ridiculous, and he's almost to where the scrapper would come get it and do something bad with it. Comes with a spare set of fenders. So, I'm good. That's another thing to look for. The first 2 stamped numbers will indicate the year on it. They're all stamped, but you can tell which ones were stamped separately. And the first 2 separately stamped numbers on this are 56, indicating a 56 model year. Yep, it's all legit. Al's on the up and up, so we're going to give him some cash. Appreciate it. You got yourself a deal.
gonna go check out the seats.
Yeah, well, let me get him paid for
Yep. He puts these films online.
Say these are out of 68 GTO.
That is correct.
You can count that while I take a look at these.
They need some work.
Do they not tilt forward?
They do tilt forward, but you can tell they're gonna need some work.
I wonder if somebody's done something to lock them in there.
Oh, it's not. It's supposed to push in a little further than that.
Yeah, the problem with these seats is they've sat for a long time, and they smell a lot like that truck, but
You hit them with Croyle.
I'm not going to force them. The
Plastic's in good shape.
In really good shape. All the hardware and trims there. Yeah, they need to be upholstered. They probably need new foam. But these are something that I can clean up. And I'll go ahead and take the seats too. Is we all square on the truck money?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we agreed on the seats. I'll get to work on.
You know, I like I said, I had a lot of plans to do with that truck, but just way out of my league.
Gotcha. Well, I've got, like I said, I got about 50 of these trucks. So I've got everything that I need to fix it. So, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, that truck will get fixed.
I'd like to see a picture.
Yeah.
I would like to see a picture if you plan to decide to keep it, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Or I'll let you know who I pass it on to, and you'll see all the stuff that goes with it.
Quick question.
Yeah.
On the truck right here, fully restored, I heard several numbers on it. I know you know a lot about them. Give me your honest opinion.
I'd say that one being a bit,
Not rare.
can you write me a bill of sale real quick?
Yeah, write your bill of sale.
Okay. We'll get her loaded up and be back. He's crusty and he's rusty. But I think Classic Truck Rescue did well to save this old guy right here. He's a little too much work for most guys. I'm not saying like I can restore this truck better than other people, but I have the resources, the parts and stuff, so it might be a little too much for most guys, but I think it's definitely worth bringing back. You don't see too many V8 Napco 1956 Chevy trucks, and it does have the correct engine, tranny, and running gear in it. So what? No, you were. You don't remember when I called and offered you $3 for it either, do you? That's what I thought it was worth. But it's going to require a lot of parts. It is. Yeah, I'll be glad to get this one home, and been looking at it for a long time. That's good, Steve. We can get it from there.
Why you didn't call me when I was before?
Because that was still that's not what I offered. No, I figured somebody'd come get it before then. I've just got a lot going on now.
How many calls I had from California for that truck?
I bet. Yeah.
I didn't have at least 30, 40 phone calls from California. I didn't have one.
Yeah, I believe you. I completely believe you. My problem is right now I lost my lease where my business was last July, and I scrambled and found 25 acres on a river that, praise God, I was able to buy because the man that owned it believes in what I'm doing and did everything he could to help me own the property, but it was bare property. So we've brought in 100 loads of gravel, over 100, with a 1959 GMC dump truck that my girl drives, seriously. And hauled all my trucks through the property with a 1959 Chevy tow truck. And but I just got to where I couldn't pass it up anymore.
Do you want that bed?
The other bed, the short bed, what kind of shape's it in?
Worse than that.
Worse than that? No. No, I'll pass on it. I've got what I need for that truck, and I don't want to tie Steve up too long. But I sure do appreciate it. Like I said, it'll go to a good home, Al. It will. I might keep that for myself and sell one of my other ones now.
I wish I had the resources and the money to put that truck back in shape.
It would cost you a mint in parts, I can tell you that right now. But
If I had 50,000, I'll throw 50,000 in it. I want to give a shit.
yeah, it's worth it. It'll be a cool truck when it's restored. And I'm going to look into that Olympia Fire Department history there.
Because I know in another 20 years that truck will bring more money.
Yeah. It might be a $50,000 truck restored right now. I haven't looked into the V8s. Be honest.
I heard they're $50,000 to $60,000 trucks.
Yeah. Well, it is a V8. I'm going to find out about that as soon as I get home.
So all the ones you got are 6-cylinder?
I don't believe I've seen a factory V8 Napco four-wheel drive. I'm not saying they aren't out there. I'm saying me personally. I don't think I've seen a factory V8.
All came 6-cylinder Napcos?
Most of them. The majority. Yeah. All the ones I've gotten were originally
They're probably
6-cylinder.
special ordered for.
Well, yeah, it was special ordered. Somebody special ordered it with that big back window. All right, let's get her loaded up. All right, we got the 56 Chevy Napco four-wheel drive V8 big window truck, all loaded up, title in hand, done deal. Yeah, I think this is gonna turn out to be a wise decision here. I think that truck's got a lot of potential. I really do. And you don't find them very often. They are getting harder to come by. Good job, Steve. Appreciate your help, buddy. All right, let's get back to Oregon. My work here is done. Yeah, truck's kind of growing on me. So we're gonna look into this Olympia, Washington Fire Department thing. See if we can find any documentation on this truck. It's got some flaming red paint up under the hood and on the firewall. Sure be neat to find some old pictures of this truck in all its glory back in the day. It does have a sticker in the back window that says Olympia vehicle license, and it's got some digits too, so we'll check into that. Yeah, little Napco four-wheel drive fire truck. You might not be going anywhere. I might sell one of my other trucks instead. It's called Options.